Hi, and welcome back to Morgellons discussion and microscopy videos. I'm your host, Jeremy Murphy, and today I'm excited to announce a new initiative that we've undertaken to be able to help people understand a little bit more clearly what they're looking at. First, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and click that button down below there. We're going to have some new videos coming up that are edited, and they got the songs on them and the animations and the stock footage and all that goodness. It's coming. But in the meantime, we got the New Year's coming up, so hopefully everybody can get out of the house and go around, check things out, and see what's happening. The reason why I'm on here today is because of the constant onslaught of people discrediting the science that's already out there about Morgellons. People will say, well, there's not enough science to draw any conclusions, and that's false. The science has drawn some definitive conclusions about Morgellons that just aren't recognized. And when you try to bring those up and you try to get people to recognize them, they're quick to discredit them because they want Morgellons to be this ominous social scene, where people can get together and gripe about the medical community. But that's not what Morgellons is. Morgellons is a skin condition associated with a dangerous bacterial infection that can kill you. And so we don't have time for the hubris or the craziness or the social scene. So that means that if you want to get well from Morgellons, you're going to have to get out of the groups and get away from the people who are discrediting the science and marginalizing it and engage with that science. See a Lyme disease specialist. And so that brings me to the point of today's video, which is we started a new initiative on Substack. If you go to realmorgellons.substack.com, you'll see our article is up now about the criteria for photographing Morgellons disease. It may come as a surprise to you that not everybody has Morgellons or will develop the condition, but that's what science has shown us. Out of 1,000 Lyme disease patients, only about 60 had Morgellons skin condition. And so that means that there were 940 people that didn't have that skin condition, because what science is also showing us is that Morgellons is likely genetically predisposed. So you may just never develop the condition. But if you go to Substack and check out articles by Real Morgellons, you'll see that there is, in fact, two definitive criteria for photographing the skin condition. Number one, it's got to be at least under 60 times magnification. I see so many pictures of people just taking pictures of strands of their hair with the cell phone, and see it's moving in the air, and that's just not going to cut it. Look, if you got a microscope that's at least 60 times magnification, handheld, you can hold it in your hand and take some pictures and plug it up to the laptop and send those up to the Facebook. That's the way to do it. But just using the camera by itself, that's not going to be magnified enough to tell if the second criteria, the fibers, the microscopic fibers, which are much, 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 much finer than a strand of hair, if they're actually embedded within the layers of skin tissue. A lot of people, they get concentrated on blood or other body fluids, and look, Morgellons is only ever in the skin. It's not in those fluids. If you see something that looks like a hair in a fluid, especially if you see it in blood, that is 99% of the time, that's going to be where the slide that those images are being taken from has been compromised, because the person taking those images didn't set forth good controls to make sure that their samples didn't get contaminated. So, because Morgellons fibers, they just don't grow inside blood. I mean, there's no hair follicle or skin for them to grow from. So, whatever you're seeing inside these slides that people are saying, look, it's Morgellons fibers inside blood. No, they got their slides contaminated. And we know this because they don't ever list any of their controls in their research that's showing these alleged blood fibers. So, the best thing you can do is get a 60 times or higher magnification handheld USB microscope. And in this new article that I wrote at realmorgellons.substack.com, I found a great handheld USB microscope that I'm happy to recommend. I'm going to be trying to pick one up here in the next couple weeks. They say it does 4K, that it's got an 8 megapixel lens, and that it can zoom in between 60 and 1,000 times magnification. And that's great. That's exactly what we need to be looking at the skin with. So this thing should be able to accomplish the two criteria of photographic Morgellons. Number one, it should be able to show that these fibers are microscopic. You have to have at least a 60 times magnification to even begin to see them. And two, that they're clearly embedded within the layers of the skin. When I get that light from the microscope shining on the skin that I'm photographing, the light will reflect off the surface of the skin. And underneath those reflections, you can see these microscopic fibers. And you can see that they're going even down deeper into the layers of the skin as they start to fade away and they get deeper. That's the kind of evidence that people need to see to realize that, okay, this is scientific Morgellons. This is real Morgellons. Instead of just, people saying that this, that, or the other is Morgellons. And if you don't agree, then you're just invalidating their experience. No, that's Morgellons is real. There's criteria for it, and not everybody is going to get it. What do you guys think? Hope you're getting out there having a great Happy New Year tonight. Do the fireworks and the stuff. I like to urge people not to drink because I don't think it's a good idea. But, try to have fun if you can. All right. Hope you're having a great week, and we will talk to you soon. Take care and have a pleasant day.